Hi, I'm Marc Loftus, Senior Editor of Post Magazine, and we're here in Las Vegas for NAB 2014. I'm joined at the Post booth by AlphaDogs Terrence Curren. Again, this year. Terry, you've done it quite a few years now. You've come by our booth.
Here we go again.
Yeah, and kind of given us an update on what you've seen new technology-wise and how it's affecting your studio in Burbank. You've been out here for a long time now. You're out here on Saturday for the Friday for the Avid Connect event.
Yeah.
You're an Avid customer. What does that event mean to you? It was the inaugural year, so did you get anything out of it?
Yeah, I mean, it was two parts, really. One is they're introducing the Avid Customer Association, and that's their new, to supposedly get the feedback from us, on where their direction should go, what they should do product-wise and all that. We'll have to wait and see whether that really works. I mean, we've heard many times over the years that Avid wants our feedback, and it's never pays off, seems like.
They seem to say that it was a successful enough event that they're going to do it again next year. They felt that it was a good turnout, so I mean, from their initial...
it was a good turnout. You remember the Apple, the Final Cut events they would have on Sunday, and how the big jebang...
The user groups, yeah.
It was, it was that level that they did. I mean, the party on Saturday night with, top-end talent, it was not something Avid has ever done before. So they were definitely trying to make a splash. So that's the one part, is this Avid Customer Association that's supposed to give feedback. The other part is their Avid Anywhere or Everywhere, which Avid Everywhere. Adobe Anywhere, Avid Everywhere.
Everywhere, yes.
Blackmagic has Resolve. They're adding more and more editing features to it. Right?
I heard that, yeah.
And one of them is collaborative editing. So you can be editing in the timeline while the colorist is coloring in the same timeline. And I told them they should call it Blackmagic Anywhere Everywhere. Since that really confused things.
Right.
Anyways, that was
talking about some of the technology. You've been here. You've seen a couple of new products that caught your interest. Blackmagic, one of them, you were saying?
Yeah, they've got a $30,000 4K film scanner. So as I'm walking down the aisle seeing the few remaining film scanner companies, I'm like, oh, you guys are out of business and don't even know it yet. Just another one. That
business has been kind of changing over years recently anyway. So that could be a...
Yeah, I mean, Blackmagic's pitch is there's so much film out there that now needs to be transferred to 4K. So it's there is going to be a lot. They have new cameras. For me, of course, the Resolve improvements are more important. And as an editor and a colorist, Adobe and Blackmagic are continuing to improve the products for us. Avid is not. They don't, that's not where they're going.
Do you see Resolve as a real editor, though? I know they've added editing features to it, but is it an editor the same way a Premiere or a...
No, you wouldn't want to use it for editing, but as a finishing tool, that's where it comes in really handy, because, currently you have to go out to Resolve, you color correct, you come back in, to whatever your finishing, or whatever your program is, whether it's a Symphony or Final Cut or Premiere, you have to come back because you're going to do your titling and any effects that weren't available in there, etc. So now, if the concept will be you go into Resolve and you never have to come back. That's your finishing tool. So what that really is up against is Symphony, Smoke, those type of systems that are. Why would you buy a Smoke when you get Resolve for free? So.
You're always looking at monitoring as well, and you said that some Dolby technology caught your eye this year.
Yeah, there's the big push. Part of why it's kind of boring this year at NAB is because it goes in that 2-year cycle thing. One year they go, here's the new thing, and next year it's like, oh, here's how to deal with it. So last year was all 4K, and now people are kind of go, well, we think we have a 4K workflow. Well, some of the things, we need reference level monitors for color correction. They're showing, some people have them, Canon has one, Sony has one, and Sony made the mistake of putting their 4K reference monitor, which is an LCD, next to their HD OLED monitor, which we use now, which is a beautiful monitor. So the 4K monitor doesn't look as good as the HD, But more importantly, Dolby has their high dynamic range monitor, and if you haven't had a chance to see that, you really should go by. So here you've got 2 HD monitors showing exactly the same material One is, what we would all expect to see, looks really nice coming off of Blu-ray, and then they have the high dynamic range graded version of it on their high dynamic range monitor, and it pops. I mean, it's just, the colors are alive, it's, the brights are really bright, etc. So, they're banking on that technology, and that's the kind of thing where, my parents could see those two monitors next to each other and instantly tell the difference. Yes.
Yeah.
If you put them with a 4K monitor and an HD monitor, at the normal viewing distance, they wouldn't be able to see the difference. So high dynamic range is far more important than more resolution.
Give me one more product that caught your attention here.
One more well, there's the drones. More and more drones this year, which is interesting. The pair of glasses with a camera built in was kind of interesting. It's kind of like Google glasses, except with Google Glass, somebody's wearing it. Because
right.
Thing wrapping around in front. This is very well hidden. It's, if you know to look for the lens, the camera in the middle, you can see it. But if you weren't looking for it, so I think that's kind of cool. I think we're going to see some real interesting point of view movies pretty soon. That somebody's going to do a point of view project.
Are you doing any product purchasing at the show? Did you come here? Obviously you look at monitors every year, but do you come here saying this is something I need for my existing workflow, or just pretty much checking out?
Yeah, it's because you kind of know ahead of time everything that's going to be here.
Yeah.
The only thing is I've been looking for years, and I still haven't found, is an audio mixer for an edit bay. So it doesn't really have to be a mixer, because you're mixing in the edit system, in other words. But it would be nice to be able to have analog and digital audio come into one thing and be able to just ride the levels. Nobody makes anything.
So like a
it.
little sidecar mixer type.
Yeah, you can buy higher end, like we have in our audio rooms, $4,000 or $5,000 to be able to do something like that. We don't need that. You just want for an on-ear edit bay. Right now, everybody's using cheap audio mixers, but you can't monitor the digital audio.
Yeah.
So that's the product I'm still looking for and waiting for.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you stopping by our booth this year and in years past, giving us your overview on some of the technology that's caught your eye, and let's keep in touch.
All right.
Thanks
good.
again.
Thanks again, Mark.